Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're working in another Heidi swap, and I believe this is my fourth one. And it started out much like the other ones did, and I've sort of changed gears. You know, I was doing the watercolors and the 9 squares, and then putting the big picture over here. So then I kind of changed gears, and I'll show you what I've done, and then we'll go through one together. But it's just taking magazine pieces and paint, and then I'll put a picture, which I think we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and get that process out the way. And I just love adding a big picture to a bunch of little ones. And I believe this come out of a recent magazine I got, What Women Create. And it had a bunch of doll dresses, well, just different dresses out of different things. Okay, and it's where really I pick 3 different magazine pictures and tear them all up, put them down, and then pick like 3 colors of paint to put down around it. But I'll show you in a minute how I do that. And I might have to put some plastic so I don't have a problem when I come back to it that it's all stuck together. It's kind of hard to see, but the one was like a rug. And you have to see this rug, and you know, kind of all blends together. But that's, I want it to all be like little portraits or what have, or like little works of art. And then I believe I got this out of one of my magazines. And he didn't have the hat on. I think I cut up someone's shirt and made him a hat, which I love it. And let's stick another piece of plastic. And by the way, the plastic I use is generally out of a cereal box. And here was a picture of some paintbrushes out of What Women Create. And I kind of made it maybe too colorful, but you just got to try some things. I thought I would put this big butterfly on it. I ran this off from Pinterest, and then I colored it. Made the colors a little bit darker so they would show up. But someone had said one time that if you take the plastic out of a cereal box, that normally that plastic doesn't cling to anything. I guess the cereal makers want it that way also. And here we go, some you know, picture pads from Sherry, and I cut those up, which I think I have some over here. And here was a picture of the paintbrushes, and here was the pads, and here was a dress out of What Women Create. I believe she made it out of like she just cut up paper and folded it into a star pattern, but I thought it would look really good on here. And this one here is kind of busy, but one day I just took a bunch of tissue paper and, you know, just took my stamps and went all over it with a bunch of different things I had, whether it be words, butterflies, did it with numbers. I believe it goes this way, numbers, and what have you. Just made my own background noise. So anyway, we'll stick. I love this dress. A lady on out of What Women Create made it out of sheet music. Which I love the mannequin also. And very creative. Probably couldn't wear it, but nonetheless, it's beautiful to look at. Let's see if we can put a little more right here. And then, you know, you can go back and still stamp other things on here as well. And I got to get back to my plastic over here. Here's my little yellow theme going on, and I took off that paper pad I got the other day that had the maps and the wording in it. I cut, you know, well, I'm tearing them up actually. So I tore up 3 different things off the paper pad. And then I found this lady in my magazine, which I liked that she had colors of yellow. I love that picture. And then this one here, you know, come out of What Women Create, but I just decided to take the picture and cut it up. So I took my, I had made a template, which is here in the back of my book. I made a template and, you know, decided, you know, like at the front of the book, it had the nine squares. This one has the 4. And here was some of my stamps I used the other day. And I thought this might give it some visual interest. I love all the colors in this. Very colorful. And here's another pink page. And here was a doll I constructed off of Pinterest. I thought she looked cute on here. And I did add one of my half circles for a little more interest. And here was one where I just cut up the page And then added the coffee filter that you all seen me work with the other day. I cut it up into fours. All I did was lay my little template on the coffee filter and then cut out each square and then put down these Tim Holtz Ideology tissue paper over top, and then this was from Sherry's Thin Lids. And here was some more out of What Women Create. I think one lady just done a whole wall of nothing but these paper squares with all the different watercolors on it, and a couple quotes that I liked out of the book. I thought it made for an interesting page. Okay, so here we are. You know, after you take your template, lay it down, you find like 3 different magazine things that you like. So I thought I would do purple, and this was a guy's jacket that he made out of some kind of bags. This was another one of the What Women Create, and I really don't like to have, if I can help it, a straight edge on anything. So just, I'll see if I need that in a minute. And just tear up your 8 squares. Lay those down. Then I take this and I'm going to go all the way around, tear it. Then tear this up, and you can lay 3 of something, 2 of something, just whatever is appealing to you. Which I'm debating to take this purple one. Let's take some of it. And you know, you don't have to put it in every square, just to add a little bit of interest. And may add this over here. And then you'll go through and glue everything down really good. I think for this part, I'll grab the tacky glue, which, you know, I have in my little jar over here. And this is kind of the painstaking part. You know, if you want to throw pink in there, that would be nice. And plus this here These were my jelly roll papers from the other day, and they're kind of thick because I put them on the thick watercolor paper. And I think we're actually supposed to get a bad storm here today. Sometime this evening, I think. I want to go ahead and get this video out before that happened. And I put a lot of glue down. Oh, and to make the squares, I used a micron pen. I think it was a number 10 micron pen. But I guess if you wanted to use a Sharpie or a thin Sharpie, that would be great. I don't think I would use too thick of a Sharpie. Seems like to me it kind of takes away from the picture. And see, I may add, let's add a piece of this for a little bit of interest. I think this was in the page before. It had the pink. And I've already started in my 5th and 6th Heidi Swapp. Just for a little different interest over here. Okay, now we need to let these dry. Okay, so I'm going to take Craft Smart paint and pick 3 colors you think might blend with your picture, or either 3 colors you don't want to blend with your picture. And I just think I'll go with purple, white, and pull blue. And I'll take my little Dina Wakley brush here, and I'll just start painting. You don't want to mix, I don't want to, how should I say it, mix the colors on the thing. You're just going to go through and just kind of haphazardly put down the color all the way around the picture. And you kind of want it to be messy, and you want them to blend per se on your page, but not blend where it makes a second color. You want it to look more cloudy like. Or a haphazard, messy like. See, if you get to playing with it too much, then you know that's when it starts to blend. And but you don't want it to be one color. And if you go in and you don't like it, usually after I go through, I'll look at the big picture and see if there's something that might need a little more paint to it. But I like using this little Dina brush. That seems a little too much blended out, so I like to, might want to put a little white up here. And on some of them you can leave it kind of thick. And I don't worry too much if went over the line right here. If I did go back over some one night, if it kind of bugs you. But see, even up there, I got off track with my line. I didn't worry too much. But, looking at the big picture, I don't think no one knows if you went outside the line, if you didn't go too drastically, I don't think no one would even notice. But I'm getting to where I like these little Heidi Swapp. For the application I'm doing right now, it seems to work. And you could have just as easily added pink. You could have added a dulled down beige and a brown, I think would have been okay. If you wanted that little vintagey vibe. And then, I've even thought about, then once you do this, which we may, get out your stencils and go over with some stencils to give it a little bit of interest. And you kind of want to paint over the edges of your paper here. And it kind of looks like a little abstract painting. And it's kind of like busy work. I love sitting in front of the TV, just, just tearing up paper. Some nights I'll just go through and maybe draw a few pages of squares. And then, you need to hunt down what magazine pages you might want to use. See, that's what you don't want to do, is kind of drag it. Because when you start dragging, then it starts blending itself out. Which that might be too many colors, but... I think we may find maybe a picture and maybe a stencil to give it interest. See, let's put in some more purple up there. I don't think there's no really wrong way. Okay. So there we have that, and we'll wait on this to dry. Okay, so I've grabbed a little bit of violets and my number stencils that's been used about 100 times, and we're gonna see if we can't do a little stenciling in the background and see how that turns out. I haven't done stenciling in a while. Seems to be okay. I think I like that color. And this was from the tube paint, so it's a little thicker. And I think we'll add a little bit here. It doesn't look too bad. And I think I picked out this little girl from one of the doll magazines. I think we'll add her on. I may go back to some of these, add maybe some stamping. Or what have you. We just don't know what I may do. Go back and flip through and maybe critique it. I don't think I have many more pages, maybe 6 pages to go in this magazine. And I'll be done with this one. But hope this may have inspired you. And hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, see you tomorrow.